So this is a test. Today I'm using some headphones. So we'll see if the audio sounds a little bit better by using headphones. And it'll be pretty good. Let's see. Edit the stream info. Star Citizen 3.11. Hurston. Lorville. Part 2. There we go. Star Citizen. Let's change. There we go. Stream update. I went live. Not seeing it show up in the. Not seeing it show up over here on the dashboard yet. It says broadcasting here. There we go. Now it's showing up in Twitch. Okay. Very good. So this is going to be our. Why am I having to do this again? Why am I having to do this again? So this is character creation. We're going to set up as a male dude. You can choose some different heads, right, as your starting point. So we'll select this first guy, and then we'll say begin blending, and then we can select another head, and you could say, I like this dude's lips. We can blend those lips onto this guy. We could say, yeah, but the ear, I need somebody whose ears don't stick out as much. That guy's ears are way out. All of these people's ears stick out a lot. I think maybe his ears are about as good as it gets. Then we could say, okay, let's look at the brow, this brow area up here at the top. I kind of like his brow. The eyes, we could put somebody else's eyes in there if we wanted. We could take this guy's eyes, put them over here onto this guy. As far as cheeks go, take cheeks. We did the mouth, the jaw. Take people's jaws. Put them over there. And then you do the hair. You change the color of the hair. And then you get to the end and you're like, okay, I'm happy with that. Stay safe. Okay, very good. So there's a couple of different things when you play Star Citizen. A couple of different modules. A persistent universe is, in fact, the universe, and you choose which server you go into based upon region. There's servers in the US, there's servers in Europe, there's servers in Australia right now. And so typically you pick the one that's closest to you. I thought it was going to give me an option there. Not really sure. I'll have to go back and look at the VOD. Not really sure what's going on with that, but when you first join a server, it takes a while to load everybody that's already in the server. So if you join a server that's full, and full is 50 players, you'll notice it sits here on this loading screen for a while. If you're starting a party and you go into a server that's just spun up, that's new for you, it actually seems like you get in a lot quicker. One of the things I noticed when I went from not having an SSD to having an SSD is that load time is greatly reduced. Okay, so we're getting out of our bunk. This is our habitation unit. Right, there's the door out. There's some various things. Here's our bathroom over here. We showed this in the first part. The first part one goes through the hab, and got to start our day with coffee. So there we are. We're holding our coffee cup. We haven't woken up quite yet. But there we are in the verse. There we are. Now, if we can walk over to the door. This is kind of like the housing area where us and a bunch of other buddies live. Terra Spaceport is where you fly in and out of on Hurston, and it's not too far from where this dormitory is. These are where other people live. When you spawn in, you spawn into a hab, unless you went to sleep on a bed in a ship. There's 2 levels here. Level downstairs. Now we kind of covered this in part 1, so I'm going to go ahead and catch the elevator. I'm sort of a nudist, so I am going to walk around in my underwears. It's the closest to being a nudist you can get in the game. All right, let's go see if I've got any fines. It's important you take care of these. You let these go for too long, it gets really expensive. Oh, great. No fines. Now the election's going on, and here's the best candidate for the job, Paul LaSalle. A vote for Paul LaSalle is a vote for the future of humankind. It's a vote for free enterprise. It's a vote for criminal justice reform. So I hope you all vote for Paul LaSalle. The election's going on in game for another week or so. Nah, she doesn't know. Yeah, Leilani Anderson is not a good candidate at all. Not a good candidate at all. Not a good candidate. Paul LaSalle is the man. Okay. Now I want to adjust volume. And my headset is a little bit loud. Okay, cut my headset down just a little bit. It's different playing it with a headset versus my regular speakers. You get that stereo feeling a lot more. Now you'll notice my survival estimate down here on the bottom left is ticking away pretty quick because I don't have clothes on, and it's saying, "Hey, you've only got about 11 minutes." So I better put on some clothes. We go to the equipment manager, and we say, "Okay, I want to put on an undersuit. Let's wear our Rust Society armor." Okay, now you'll notice I've got my spacesuit on. Doing some butt flexes. No, vote Paul LaSalle. Paul LaSalle is the best candidate for Imperator. Vote Paul LaSalle. So yeah, a vote for LaSalle is a vote for the future of humankind. LaSalle understands cargo shippers. LaSalle, best for your vote. On the other hand, these people, Addison, Sherrod, Ingo, Costigan, well, he would be our second pick, but Paul LaSalle's better. Alrighty, so now we're in a new area. We didn't get to this on our part one. So part two, here we are at Teza Spaceport. Now you can look out these windows. You can see, like over there is the L19 residences. That's where we came from. You'll see ships coming and going from the spaceport here. There's some ships that are parked outside. There's a place to buy ships here at the spaceport. So if you earn credits in game, you can actually buy a spaceship here. We'll go take a look at that in a minute. There's the kiosks we just went past. If you own a spaceship, that's where you are able to get it out, have it spawned into a hangar, take off. Down that way is the Spaceship Rental. This isn't open yet, but at some point, this is where the concierge members will have a club, the Chairman's Club. And so you'll have to be a concierge member to get inside. It'll be kind of like an airport luxury departure lounge, so you don't have to sit out here with these folks. Now there is a lounge. There is a lounge here for like, or there used to be one for just kind of like regular folks. Let's walk over here. New Deal. These are the people that sell ships. This is like a space ship dealer. Here's the back way into the chairman's lounge. But here's the New Deal. So we've got some indoor and some outdoor displays here at the airport. So if you like a ship, you can just kind of walk towards the ship, hold down the F key, and it'll tell you, oh, this is an Origin M50 Interceptor, and the cost is $1,193,800 Alpha UEC. Likewise, we can come inside. There's a Prospector mining ship that's available. Here's a Origin 85X. A little bit, if we wanted to buy it, if we had enough credits, we could click here. Here's one of our starter ships, a little bit more affordable. Now, when you get a game package, right now, all the game packages come with at least one ship. So you don't have to buy a ship, but as you earn money in game, then you can come in here and you can buy additional ships. Now, the really big ships are on display outside here at New Deal. And again, we're at the Teza Spaceport located in Lorville on the planet Hurston. There's our Mustang Delta. This ship right here, this is a Constellation Phoenix. It's for sale. A Constellation can be flown by one person. It's really good if you have additional people to man the turrets. It's got a nice cargo bay and some other things. And then this is a hammerhead. A large ship with a bunch of guns on it. The Aegis hammerhead. So, but anyway, we're not going to buy a ship. But I wanted to, as part of my part 2 tour, to show you where New Deal is located here at Teasa Spaceport. Looks like I'm getting about 35, 37 frames a second. If we didn't want to buy, if we wanted to rent a ship, say for instance, you wanted to do some mining, you didn't know if mining was right for you, but you just wanted to check it out, you could come to Vantage Rentals and you could say, a Drake ship or a MISC. There we go. A MISC Prospector. You could rent it for 1 day for 41,220 Alpha UEC. Right? You have the option to rent it for longer, 1 day, 3 days, 30 days. So what this would do is this would let you have the base version of the ship, and then you could use it. So you could say, well, I'll rent it for 1 day. I'll do mining. I'll see if I like mining. And, or if you needed a ground vehicle, you could rent a Tumbrel Cyclone for 562 a day. That Aurora that we saw that we could buy, well, it's also for rent. Also, the larger ships are for rent. They cost more to rent. Origin, luxury liner. Freelancer, good ship for basic cargo stuff. Racing ship. Good basic fighter if you wanted to do some PvP. The Titan and the Warden are also available. So this is where you can rent ships in game. It's here from New Deal. Now, let's go get one of the ships that I have on my account already. And we'll cause it to appear in a hangar. You can see what kind of ship it is, where it is, what's the status, how much cargo it holds, what's the amount of crew members that are in here. Now my Anvil Terrapin, that's nice. I had an issue with it in 310. It's nice that it's back here again. So this is all pretty good. Let's see where it is. Let's get a Cutlass Blackout. This is a pretty decent ship. In fact, for $100, it's kind of a hangar 09. Let's remember this. We're in 09. It's a pretty decent ship. could go there, we could go over here. It doesn't really matter. All these elevators get you to the same places. We call the elevator. We remember we're going to hangar 09. And we get here, and there is our Drake Cutlass Black. Now there are doors on the side, but when you're on a planet with gravity, your only way to get in and out is through the back door. So this is our cargo area back here. We got doors on each side. Pretty nice. We go up here. There's a helmet on my helmet has a light on it, which I just cut on. There's a turret gunner. You get in that seat, you can go up. There's bunks that you can go to sleep in. And then we've got the cockpit. But one thing you'll notice is missing is a toilet. No toilet. No galley. There's also no ejection seats. The Drake is pretty much a pretty basic manufacturer. Okay. So I just brought the systems online, which is good. Now I'm reaching underneath my computer desk, and I'm getting my joysticks up onto my desk. The next thing I'm going to do is we're in a hangar that the doors are closed, so we got to ask ground control to open the doors for us. You can see there's the doors above us opening up. So let's go ahead and set our thrust limiter all the way to the top. Let's give it some uplift. And now we need to look. There we go. There's how we want to fly up and out of here. Now our engines can be rotated. Our landing gear can be brought up. If you don't fly out these paths, autopilot takes over your ship and it pretty much screws you up. So coming in and coming out, we got to stick to that. Let's take a look around. You can see we flew up and out of Teases Spaceport like they asked us to do. There's Lorville in the background. There's the big Hurston headquarters. The L19 residences are down there. So that's pretty much how you get a ship out, and you go to take off. Again, you can rotate those engines for vertical takeoff. A couple things we see are we're in an armistice zone. That bullet with the up in the right-hand corner of the screen. The bullet with the circle through it means weapons are not able to be used here. And we also see the monitored space, that satellite with the signals coming out of it. Otherwise, I would not be sitting still here. Once you're out of an armistice zone, you never want to sit still. It makes you an easy target. Now I need to go over to my to another screen, and I'm going to figure out some stuff. Okay, I've done that. Let's spool up our quantum drive. Let's look at our map here. Here we are, Hurston. Okay, so I set a route to Hurston Dynamics Mining Station, Opera, right? We got 2,500 fuel. It's only going to require O3. Okay, so that's cool. And now we just need to find the marker. It's that little red triangle, right? You see there's a red triangle. And that means we need to go further. We need to get higher in altitude before we can make our jump. That's why it's in red. So I'm going to pull this up to almost, there we are, we're at about a 70-degree climb. Now you see that's turned green. We're going to do a spline jump. So instead of going through the planet, it'll take us around the planet. Notice we're no longer in armistice, so we're at danger of being shot at. Right. Yeah. I'm going to cut it back on just so I can get a marker. And I made sure that I was lined up. So I could see my my altitude 7,200 and declining. I'm right at the maximum recommended like speed. If you look at that vertical bar, I've got the green right up to the red, and nothing's come up on my radar yet. Let's check our. We're 10 kilometers out. Still pretty much going the right direction. Okay, we're down to 2,000 feet or meters. So I'm using this until I get within visual range to keep me lined up. Okay, I can see the lights now. I see the lights. Let's go ahead and put our engines down, and we'll get our landing gear down. Okay, so we're in Armistice now. We need to find a place to land. And cut on our lights. It's either T or L. I think it's T. Or is it L? It's L. Okay, let's get these lights off. Let's get our engines off. Now, I don't turn the ship off, but I did turn the engines off. So our shields will still be on, but we won't be burning fuel. Another thing I want to do before I get out, even though we're in armistice zones, it's always good to make sure you have a gun. So our sidearm, arc light pistol, put a reflex sight on it. Put a field light on it. Arc light pistol battery, arc light pistol battery, arc light battery, arc light battery. And then for a utility item, we want med pins in case we get hurt to be able to stab ourselves real quick. Oxygen, right? So there we go. Now we've added that stuff to our loadout. Even though we won't be able to use it, this is a good habit to get into. Is to always make sure you're med pinned and armored up and weaponed up before you get out of your ship. Okay, now this is going to be a problem. If I get out, will I be able to get back into my ship? Right? So I'm going to move my ship because I think that's going to be a problem. I think I won't be able to climb back up on that. So, not a problem. We'll get back into the pilot's seat. We'll cut the engines back on. Not a problem. You learn this. You strand yourself once or twice, and you learn. You know what? I can't get out of my ship unless the ramp is all the way down, and it's going to be easy to get back in. Okay. Now what we need to do is we need to buy some cargo. So we're looking for the buildings that sell the cargo. The blue one is typically the landing services building, and the orange one is typically the building where the cargo terminals are found. You can see there's my spaceship over there on the landing pad. There's the orange light right there. So again, this is just a little bit of a detour from our tour of Hurston. I wanted to show everybody in part 2 how you get a ship out. Hey, buddy. These guys right now are here. Oh, you could sell me some cargo. But you use this terminal, the trading and shipping. So we say I want to buy into my Cutlass Black that holds 46 SCU. I could buy aluminum, I could buy waste, I could buy diamond. Diamond is what's I'm going to make the most profit. So I'm going to spend 20, call it 27,000 to fill my ship full of diamond. Got it? Okay. Now, let's get out of here. Yeah, so when we go back to Hurston, we need to go to a new place we haven't been to yet to sell this. And everybody will see the other place on Hurston. So this is all part of our part 2 of the Hurston tour. And how to do a cargo mission. So there we go. Now I want you to see, we should see our ship full of the cargo that we just bought. Right now in cargo running, there's not a delay between buying and being loaded. In the future, there will be. Just close the door. There we go. And here are the cargo containers that are full of diamonds. Right? What do we say? 27,000? 27,000 alpha UEC is what we spent. Okay. Now, if I look in my comms, I can go here. I can go to the Cutlass Black channel. And if anybody had snuck on my ship, they would show up here. Until we get features in game that allow you to like lock the ship and keep people out, and until they fix the ways that people can glitch in, it's always good before you leave and go outside of an armistice zone. There's a possibility that somebody could have got in your ship. Always check to make sure. There's nobody there. Platinum Bay landing. At these outposts, you don't have to ask for permission to leave. Yep, exactly. So this is what we want to do. We want to go back to Hurston. So we're going to go to Lorville. So let's get our nav stuff done right now. So let's select Lorville. No, not that one. Set route to Lorville. Okay, so now we got our computer program. We're going back to Lorville. Very good. Let's get our engines cut on. And we could spool our quantum drive just to get ahead of things. Okay. Should be good to take off now. Let's get our landing gear pulled in. Let's get our engines rotated. So we're climbing out. Our altitude just went above 4,000. I hope the audio from this headset mic sounds better. I listened to yesterday or the gameplay on Saturday with my that mic on my desk here, and it didn't sound too good. Okay, so now we've got a green triangle. Let's get lined up for Lorville. There we go. Another spline jump back to Lorville. Okay, so we're back in the armistice zone, which is good. And we could see T's a spaceport over here, and the Hurston building just to the left of that. So we got to get closer to the spaceport before we can request our landing. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's fly back over here. That green paint for the Cutlass Black is available for, I guess, I don't know how long it's going to be available. It's part of the birthday celebration. It's ghoulish green. So I'm guessing maybe through the end of the month. I think it looks pretty awesome. Okay, so there's a ship that's down there at the spaceport. Just showed up on our radar. We're going to fly until we see contact ATC show up in the display. We're not getting too low. We're going to put ourselves over the spaceport. Not flying faster than that red line. There it is. Please contact ATC to land. So let's do that. Let's call T's Spaceport, Lorville Landing Services. All right, so now let's look. We see there's our approach. And let's not get too fast when we pop out the end here. Okay. So now let's look around and find, you see the green arrow. The green arrow is pointing us to, there's our landing bay right there. Let's put our gear down. And I've noticed this a lot. I've noticed where you get down to the landing bay and the doors don't open for whatever reason. Let's call Lorville Landing Services. Sometimes you give it another call. I just changed my engine pitch too. All right. All right. So now we've landed. We got our cargo. Now at this point, we've locked in, right? Not the best landing. I noticed when I switched to landing gear down, it started getting funky. When I rotated the engines, it got funky, but it's okay. Yeah, but there's that. There's what that green looks like. It's pretty awesome. Obviously, there would have been less risk if I had a crew person with me up there in the turret, providing a additional defensive capability. But then you have to split your profits, so you take your chances. Also, the amount of time I spent actually outside of armistice zones was was reduced. There wasn't a lot of time I spent. So when the armistice zone goes away on the ground stations, then obviously it'll be a little bit more of an issue. We want to go to Tisa Spaceport. There we go. It'll automatically store our ship in a little while. We don't have to worry about that. Okay, so we're back in the spaceport. Now, how do we make money off of that? Those diamonds that are in our ship? Well, we have to go to the central business district and sell them. So we're getting back on the transportation system. And you'll notice this is to Metro Center, which if we were going home to our housing, but this is Central Business District. So this is the one that we want. It's to the Central Business District. No, not Sherrod. No, Paul LaSalle. Paul LaSalle is the one that you want to vote for, not Sherrod. Sherrod is a longtime bureaucrat. Tax and spend. Tax and spend. Do not vote for her. Hello, fellow traveler. How are you? And so that's obviously another player in the game. There's voice chat, and I pushed a button on my mouse when I said hello to him. Um, Most people are no mic people. They don't really talk in game, but I'll do it when I see people. and there's two buttons. There's you've got like channel chat, and you've got proximity chat. And I put proximity chat on my mouse where my thumb rests, and so that's what when I'm talking to somebody right in front of me, that's what I typically use is prox chat. You can see up in the upper left-hand corner, it says prox and comms. And what I'm going to do is when we get to the station, I'll talk to them again. All right, it's time for me to sell some diamonds and to make some money. You'll notice this is where the Hurstons have their shit. And it's pretty nice here. A lot of gold, a lot of marble. The Central Business District. So this is the other part of Hurston. You can walk from the residences through Leavesden Square to a train station that'll take you here directly. So you don't have to go all the way back to the spaceport and then take the other line to get here. And there's some other stuff on the other side there, a place to buy big weapons for ships. But this is where the traders go. And so we just use the trading terminal. We say we want to sell. And you notice these all have zeros. They don't have any cargo in them. But our Cutlass Black, it knows we have diamonds. We're going to sell all of it. What do we pay? 27,000, and we're going to get almost 34. Got it. So there we go. There's a cargo mission. A full Cutlass Black 46 SCU got us like 5,888 Alpha UEC. Now there was risk. We could have been shot down. We could have been blown up. We could have crashed our ship. We could have lost all of that money, but we didn't, and that's a good thing. So anyway, that's a little bit more of our Hurston Lorville tour, part 2. I hope you enjoyed it. The HD showcase over there, that's Hurston Dynamics. You can buy guns and some stuff in there. Really not a lot to cover. I can go ahead and cover that real quick. I think on the next session, we'll take off from here and we'll go up to a space station, Everest Harbor, and we'll do a little tour up there. How does that sound? But there's some weapons you can buy for your ship. These are ship weapons. And this is where you can come in here. Looks like these trading and shipping terminals aren't working, but these are the big guns. You can look at it. Right? You could buy guns right here for your ship. Interesting place. You'll notice down there on the left side, my hydration is showing 78%. Every so often you need to drink and you need to eat to keep your player's health where it should be. Now across the lobby, there's the transfers we just went into. Right now, the rest of the building isn't really open uh, for exploration. But there's definitely some cool stuff in here. And we got chairs, people just chilling. And let's check that train. Let's take a train ride back to Leavesden Square. So over there on the left is the spaceport line. Over here on this side, that's not a problem. Yeah, we don't mind that our ship is stored. Even if our ship had been stored, we would have been able to sell the the cargo. Now you can quit the game at any time, and if I was like there, if I had just done my trade and I exited the game, it would respawn me back at the L19 halves the next time I came in the game. So you don't have to do this, but as part of the tour that we can get done really quickly before I wrap this up, I wanted to show you that there is a different way, a shorter way to go between Central Station, which is where we were, and Leavesden Station. Yeah. One thing we also haven't done in Hurston is we haven't gone to the gates yet. So that'll be something to do. Anytime you get off a train, you can look at the signs and they tell you which way to go to the exit. So here we are. We're coming up, and we see, there's a nice place to look out. Hurston's a company town, a lot of mining, a lot of heavy industry. Air is bad. Not really trees and green stuff for most of the place. The L19 Workers District. So here we are. If we're going the other way, you'll see this is Leavesden Station. Okay, so this is an open square, L19. And there's, if we look down there, there's the other trains that we can see run, but we can't get into. There's the store and the little bars down there. Over here is a bar. We see Leavesden Square Metro Center, which is the other train station. Takes you to the spaceport that way. Now the production tunnel will get you down into an industrial area where there's really nothing to do. But Maria Pure Heart, the hospital, McIntyre's Bar, reclamation and disposal are through there. The admin office, the residences. Okay, there's the admin office. We showed that in part 1. Metro Center, if we wanted to go to the spaceport, it's up through there. And then where we started today, the L19 residences. Are right here. And this is back where we started. So that's part 2, our tour of Hurston's Lorville. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't remember which floor we were on, or so we won't go back in the hab, but this will be a nice way to cap it off, to go right back to a not the place, but a place like the one we started. My name is Ed Wired. This is my my Twitch channel, Twitch/Edwired, EDWIRD. Been playing Star Citizen. I hope you like it. Hope you find these useful. If you give me a follow if you like. If you're watching this on YouTube, I post stuff up over there when I get a chance. It's recorded and then saved to YouTube. So, all right, with that, we're going to go ahead and call it a wrap. Thanks for watching and see everybody next time.